Let's try this again.
Want to know how to read tarot cards for yourself? Welcome to Las Vegas Lockdown Live, Daily Tarot Reading, Day 7 of 30.
And we are checking in from Zombieland 2020.
With a self-love card for yourself, as well as to drop it in the comments when we get there.
We are locked down in Las Vegas for 30 days or longer, and we have no adult supervision. It's 3 p.m. Happy hour is officially paused for 30 days here, but we are still inside running amok with unicorns and fairies and making our happy hour. It's just inside.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Facebook is being all kinds of funky.
So all gaming in Nevada has been shut down for 30 days. Vegas is not playing.
Like literally not playing. Not playing.
We do happen to have that hashtag Vegas Strong attitude, and we're going to bring it here every day. So let's do this.
So the collective read in just a sec, but I just want to shout out our Vegas peeps. We are a tough bunch here in Las Vegas, no doubt, but don't get a false sense of security. Keep it mobster. Self-quarantine like it's prohibition. Catch up on pulling weeds or trimming weeds or whatever is your thing, and hang out with us.
Please hang out with us. So real talk though, we put our money where our mouth is because we built Zen Rose Garden to help people through some of the hardest traumas and emotional upsets of life.
And that's why we are locked and loaded and here for you guys. And you know, we can deal with a little bit of wine shortage in the house just temporarily.
Hashtag send more wine.
I want to tell you my philosophy: self-reliance. Yep. If you give someone a fish, they will always be asking you to buy them sushi. Yep. If you teach a person to fish, you will always have all the friends who know how to make the sushi, and your dinners will be way bougier.
Absolutely. So Heather is going to pull our collective card in a second, but now it is your turn to tag up. Which tarot card fits your day today? If you have your cards, pull it out, drop it down now. If you don't, pick one out of the imaginary tarot deck in your head and drop it in the comments. Just think fast and drop it like it's hot. First impulse, first impression in the comments.
And tell us what you think it means to you. First impulse. And we will drop some insight after we do the collective poll, if you got them in the comments for us. We always have been big on teaching people to be self-reliant and to get deeper with their intuition instead of constantly running to get their cards read by someone else when something goes down, especially now. So we want to get you. So that one, no. Okay.
That one, not that one?
That one, not that one. So David is going to pop this up in so you can see it in just a second. The Two of Cups is the one that I pulled just before the read. It's funny because this one came out yesterday in a reversal, but I think it actually pulled this out in reverse, but I turned it over just for the sake of, so you can see it. Really, the Two of Cups is about like that first connection with someone. It's about really at the most basic meaning of the cardship in union. And it really is the most passionate card of the tarot. It's primarily about lovers in a physical, sexual love partnership, right? But it's also about those friends that we fall in love with in a platonic way. And it's not about long-term friendship or long-term love. It's really about making a pledge to each other when you first meet. And you're lost in some sort of sensual conversation with each other. I mean, it is about sexual energy, but it's really about sudden attraction to somebody new, right? So I was like, okay, well, this is good because I'm sure that a lot of people are going to be making some new connections of the mind. You know, those dreams that you have, those imaginary things that you make up, the visions and the things you want in life. But it's also about not getting lost in the illusion or the delusion of something that may not be long lasting or real. So that's kind of what I have for us. And what is this calling for us to do right now is about let's not get lost in the illusion and forget where we are because we're isolated, right? And we might get lost a little bit. So as we're kind of separated.
I know exactly where I'm at home, just like you should be.
By the way, we're home wearing matching Wu-Tang shirts. It's the only time you'll see us wearing matching clothes. Not even at Disneyland. It's not going to happen. So, and that's the thing. So I think these were really interesting cards to pull for today. Like let's fall in love with new things right now.
Yep.
Let's fall in love with new situations and new people and new friends, but let's not forget ourselves and be lost in it completely.
Yes. Okay. Absolutely.
So that's kind of what I got for us today.
Yep. That's it.
besides this tea.
So now it's time for the self-care tip of the day, something easy to do right now to lower fear, anxiety, and depression, as well as stress.
This one's kind of, you're kind of not going to expect me to tell you this one, because usually I give you some kind of deep stuff, and it really is deep, but it's simple. And that's what this 30-day mindful meditation is about. So do something repetitive, and I want to say boring, but meaningful. So meaningful and repetitive. Okay. I bet you didn't think that was going to be it. So I'm going to tell you a little story. Hashtag Heather Storytime. I just hashtag myself. I had a Catholic grandmother on my mom's side of the family, and I was supposed to inherit her rosary when my mom passed, but I think somebody lost it when my mom passed away. I'm still a little bit salty about that because I wanted it. It was this rosewood rosary, really beautiful. Anyway, when she lived with us before she died, she got really sick, lived with us for the last few months. And I would see her speaking her rosary when she was stressed. She was bedridden. She didn't fully understand what was going on. She had a stroke, but this action calmed her. So the thing is, neurologists have found that it isn't just about the rosary or the mala beads or anything necessarily religious, but simple, repetitive activities that are pleasurable and mean something. So it's not like banging your head against the wall repeatedly because the wine is gone. That might happen soon here in our house. But that can take you into a deep state of relaxation, which lowers tension, lowers stress, and lowers anxiety. Right. So other repetitive spiritual practices are, which one that I do is the Satanama. It's very good for your brain because it connects a couple of things in your brain, but it can calm the mind and rejuvenate the brain. So Satanama, it's just this little finger exercise. And you say that the syllable Satanama, it has meaning, but it's a little mudra. You can do a little repetitive action, but those are kind of spiritual oriented practices, but neurologists are kind of showing that even knitting or crocheting or getting on that million mask project to help MacGyver some surgical masks for our medical tribe out there will calm and relax you.
Yep.
Years ago, I, with a group of ladies, I did this crochet project, and we would crochet these really super long, bandages for lepers, and they were just long and crocheted, and they, use them for healing. So I think that we should be spending part of our time, regardless of the crisis or what's happening, we should spend a part of our time doing things for other people anyway.
Yep. And it's one of those see any, feel any kind of things. Yeah. So let's just keep going. So take some time for some solid spiritual practice, a repetitive thing that means something.
Right.
So that you can make it through this crisis with your mental health as elevated as possible. That is going to boost your immune system. And isolation does not mean that you have to be alone. We have online connections like this. These are a lifesaver in moments like this, because if you spend too much time in isolation, you're literally going to go cuckoo, right? So we want to take a quick moment to tell you about our online community where our Zen heads and the official ZRG Tarot Tribe hang out.
So our Zen Ed Academy community evolved from our love of teaching our in-person workshops in Las Vegas for over 10 years.
Yep.
But we wanting to create something more meaningful than just a one-off kumbaya or a weekend intro into how to make a sage bundle workshop. We did see a huge change coming on a global scale just with the way we were communicating. So we started laying the groundwork a couple years ago.
So our personal desire for a different kind of online community, an online solid tribe, prompted us to break ground and lay the foundation of our online metaphysical school and community 3 years ago to empower more people 24 hours a day while connecting our tribe across the globe.
And suddenly here we are. Whoa, we're actually here in a big way.
Yes. Not everyone wants to get to a healing center and literally can't right now, but now it's even more important to connect with other human beings.
So I'm really proud to say that we have essentially created a fully operational healing center that fits in the palm of your hand. And not just overnight, we have been working on this for years, improving it and finessing it, which means you can still get what you need, even though the entire world is grounded for a month.
We got you while you're isolated.
It's not just some one-off pop-up class that's gone when it's done, like Learn to Make a Medicine Bag or Crystal Grid or stuff you can just grab for free on Google or YouTube, but meaningful courses with information that you can't find on Google or YouTube.
You can't.
That get deep, plus all the lifetime replays.
Lifetime replays. Check that out in the description. And
remember, guys, smile, laugh, exercise your mind, hug yourself. Relax, breathe to activate that DMT in the lungs, right? Dialogue with others, talk to people about ideas, knit a scarf for your grandma or some other repetitive, meaningful task as often as you can today and for the next 30 days, especially if your kids are home from school. Maybe get grandma on Zoom to teach them how to knit. That'll keep them busy, right?
Trying to learn how to Zoom. Since you've watched this far, be sure to check out the goodies that we've got for you. We've got a link in the description below. If you liked this video,
hit the like button.
If you want to see more videos like this,
be sure to subscribe.
And spank the bell to turn notifications on.
So you are the first to know
when we drop a new video
or go live.
And now it's time to check out these videos.
All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
Boom diggy. Peace out.